Ever wondered why your body feels different each morning? Why the same meals no longer feel the same? You're not alone. We is here to guide you, helping you understand your body, care for your health, and find peace every day. Let's begin this small journey today for a healthier tomorrow. 10 food mistakes that weaken muscles in older adults. As we grow older, keeping our muscles strong and healthy becomes more difficult. Research shows that muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, can begin as early as our 30s and becomes more noticeable with age. However, certain food-related mistakes can speed up this process, weakening muscles and reducing mobility. Today, we'll explore 10 common dietary mistakes that older adults often make, and how they can quietly harm your strength, independence, and quality of life. Let's begin. 1. Not eating enough high-quality protein. One of the biggest mistakes is not getting enough high-quality protein. As we age, our need for protein actually increases. Older adults should aim for 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. Skipping protein-rich foods like lean meats, fish, eggs, and dairy can lead to rapid muscle decline. Solution: add a source of protein to every meal, like chicken, fish, eggs, dairy, or beans. 2. Eating too few calories. Many seniors cut calories too much, often out of fear of weight gain. But when your body doesn't get enough energy from food, it begins breaking down muscle for fuel, leading to weakness and fatigue. Solution: make sure you're eating enough, especially from healthy, energy-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and whole grains. 3. Avoiding healthy fats. Some people avoid fats altogether, but healthy fats, like those in fish, avocado, and olive oil, are essential. Omega-3 fats, in particular, help reduce inflammation and protect muscle mass. Solution: include fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, along with olive oil or avocados in your diet a few times a week. 4. Not getting enough vitamin D. Vitamin D helps your muscles absorb calcium and function properly. As we age, our skin makes less vitamin D from sunlight, which can lead to muscle weakness and bone loss. Solution: get safe sun exposure and eat vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish and egg yolks. Consider supplements if recommended by your doctor. 5. Eating too many processed foods. Processed foods are often high in sugar, salt, and preservatives. These can cause chronic inflammation in the body, leading to muscle loss and joint pain. Solution: eat more fresh, whole foods, like vegetables, lean meats, whole grains, and fruits. 6. Not drinking enough water. Dehydration can sneak up on older adults. Without enough water, muscles can cramp, recover more slowly, and perform less efficiently. Solution: drink plenty of water throughout the day. Even mild dehydration affects muscle strength. 7. Not getting enough fiber. Fiber supports digestion and helps your body absorb nutrients more effectively. Low fiber intake can cause constipation and hinder the absorption of muscle-building nutrients. Solution: add whole grains, leafy greens, fruits, and nuts to your daily diet. 8. Eating too much sugar. High sugar intake causes inflammation and raises body fat, while reducing your ability to absorb protein and build muscle. Solution: cut back on sweets and processed snacks. Choose fresh fruit or healthy homemade snacks instead. 9. Lacking key minerals. Minerals like calcium, magnesium, and potassium are crucial for muscle contraction and energy. Without them, you might experience cramps, fatigue, and slower recovery. Solution: eat mineral-rich foods like leafy greens, bananas, seeds, dairy, and fortified grains. 10. Avoiding dairy products. Some older adults skip dairy due to digestive concerns or fear of weight gain. But dairy offers both protein and calcium, which are essential for strong muscles and bones. Solution: choose low-fat milk, yogurt, or plant-based alternatives enriched with calcium and protein. Conclusion: maintaining your muscle health in your golden years starts with smart nutrition. By avoiding these 10 common mistakes, you can stay stronger, more independent, and full of energy. It's never too late to make a positive change. Your muscles, your movement, and your freedom are worth it. If you found this helpful, be sure to follow our channel and share this episode with someone who might benefit. In our next podcast, we'll reveal 3 morning habits that could help you live longer and move better. Until then, take care and take action. 1. Lack of high-quality protein. As we age, maintaining muscle mass becomes increasingly challenging, and one of the most critical factors in preserving muscle health is ensuring we consume adequate amounts of high-quality protein. But many older adults make the mistake of either not getting enough protein or relying on lower quality sources that don't provide the essential amino acids needed for muscle repair and growth. Why protein matters for seniors. Protein plays a crucial role in building and repairing muscle tissue. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein, which means older adults need more protein than younger people to maintain muscle mass and strength. In fact, studies show that older adults need about 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day, which is almost double the amount recommended for younger adults. Without sufficient protein, muscle fibers break down faster than they can repair, leading to weakness, frailty, and even increased risk of falls and injuries. But it's not just about the amount of protein, it's also about the quality of protein. Our bodies need complete proteins, which are proteins that contain all the essential amino acids. These amino acids are like the building blocks of muscle, and without them, the body struggles to rebuild muscle tissue effectively. Unfortunately, many of the protein sources that older adults tend to consume, such as processed foods or low-quality meats, do not provide the full spectrum of amino acids needed for optimal muscle health. Common mistakes in protein intake. One of the biggest mistakes older adults make is relying on protein sources that lack essential amino acids. For example, some plant-based proteins, such as those from beans and grains, may be lower in certain amino acids like lysine, which is important for muscle recovery. While plant-based proteins can be beneficial when combined properly, they often don't provide the complete amino acid profile that animal-based proteins offer. Therefore, those who follow a vegetarian or vegan diet need to be particularly careful to combine different plant-based protein sources to ensure they get all the amino acids required for muscle maintenance. Another common mistake is not spreading protein intake throughout the day. Many older adults might consume a large amount of protein in one meal, but it's better to distribute protein across multiple meals. This allows the body to absorb and utilize it more effectively. Research has shown that spreading protein intake across meals enhances muscle protein synthesis, which is the process of building new muscle tissue. How to ensure adequate high-quality protein. So, how can seniors ensure they're getting the right amount of high-quality protein? First, it's important to prioritize animal-based protein sources, as these are typically complete proteins. Lean meats like chicken, turkey, and lean beef are excellent options. Fish, especially fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, is another fantastic source of complete protein that also provides omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation and support muscle repair. Eggs are another great source of high-quality protein, containing all the essential amino acids needed for muscle health. For those who cannot consume animal products, it's important to focus on plant-based protein sources like tofu, tempeh, and quinoa, and combine them with other protein-rich foods to ensure that all the essential amino acids are included in the diet. One of the most beneficial protein-rich foods for muscle health is cottage cheese, which is particularly high in casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that provides a steady release of amino acids into the bloodstream over several hours. This is especially beneficial for older adults who need a continuous supply of protein for muscle maintenance. A cup of cottage cheese contains about 25 grams of protein, making it a great choice for a snack. Practical tips for increasing protein intake. Add protein to every meal. Ensure that every meal contains a good source of protein. For breakfast, add eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein shake. For lunch and dinner, include lean meats, fish, or plant-based proteins like lentils, beans, or tofu. Snack wisely. Instead of reaching for sugary snacks, try eating a handful of nuts, a boiled egg, or a serving of cottage cheese. These snacks will not only help you meet your protein needs, but will also keep you feeling fuller for longer. Use protein supplements. If you're finding it difficult to get enough protein from food alone, consider protein powders or meal replacements. These can be a quick and easy way to increase your protein intake, especially if you're on the go. Consider your protein timing. Spread your protein intake throughout the day. Try to include a good source of protein in each meal, and don't forget about bedtime. Consuming protein-rich foods like Greek yogurt or cottage cheese before bed can help your muscles recover and regenerate while you sleep. Hydrate properly. While not directly related to protein intake, staying hydrated helps your body process protein more efficiently. Make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day, especially when increasing your protein intake. Conclusion: to maintain muscle mass and strength as we age, adequate protein intake is crucial. Ensuring you're consuming enough high-quality protein from a variety of sources will help support muscle regeneration, reduce frailty, and improve overall health. So, take action today. Add more lean meats, fish, eggs, and dairy into your diet, and don't forget to spread your protein intake throughout the day. By prioritizing protein, you're giving your muscles the best chance to stay strong and healthy for years to come. Stay tuned for the next part of our podcast, where we'll discuss the importance of maintaining an active lifestyle and the impact of exercise on muscle health in older adults. Eating too few calories ***. When it comes to maintaining muscle mass as we age, caloric intake plays an essential role. While protein is crucial, it's not the only factor that determines muscle health. Older adults often make the mistake of eating too few calories, which can hinder muscle growth and repair, ultimately leading to muscle loss. In fact, not consuming enough calories can be just as harmful as not getting enough protein when it comes to preserving muscle mass. ####### The link between calories and muscle health. Your body needs a certain number of calories to function properly, and when you're not eating enough, it becomes difficult to maintain the energy needed for muscle maintenance. Calories provide the fuel necessary for muscle function, repair, and growth. Without enough calories, the body is forced to break down muscle tissue for energy, leading to muscle loss over time. A lack of calories can also slow down your metabolism. When you eat too little, your body enters a state of starvation mode, slowing down many processes, including muscle repair and regeneration. This can create a vicious cycle, where reduced calorie intake leads to muscle breakdown, which in turn causes further weakness and even lower caloric needs. ######Why older adults tend to eat too little. As we age, our appetite often decreases. Factors like reduced physical activity, medications, and digestive issues can make food less appealing, leading many seniors to consume fewer calories than they need. Additionally, older adults often believe that eating less is healthier, thinking that cutting calories will prevent weight gain or manage chronic conditions like heart disease or diabetes. However, this can have the opposite effect on muscle health, making it harder to maintain strength and mobility. Inadequate calorie intake is often tied to a lack of variety in the diet. When meals become repetitive or don't include a wide range of nutrient-dense foods, it's easy to fall short on calories. Sometimes, seniors opt for lighter, lower-calorie foods that may not provide the necessary nutrients or enough energy for optimal health. #####The risks of not eating enough calories. When you consistently eat too few calories, your body begins to lose lean muscle mass. This not only affects your physical strength, but can also lead to impaired balance, reduced coordination, and a higher risk of falls and fractures. Additionally, low-calorie intake can cause fatigue, which further limits the ability to engage in physical activity, an essential factor in preserving muscle mass. Another serious concern is bone health. Consuming too few calories can lead to a deficiency in essential nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, both of which are needed to maintain strong bones. As muscle loss can accelerate when bones become weaker, this combination creates an increased risk of fractures and immobility. #####. How to ensure adequate caloric intake. It's essential for older adults to focus not just on the quantity of food they eat, but also on the quality. Here are some ways to increase calorie intake in a healthy way, while also supporting muscle health. 1. Eat more nutrient-dense foods. Focus on high-calorie foods that are also nutrient-dense. These include whole grains, healthy fats, lean meats, full-fat dairy, nuts, and seeds. These foods provide a balance of calories, protein, and healthy fats that are essential for maintaining muscle mass. 2. Incorporate healthy fats. Healthy fats like avocados, olive oil, and fatty fish, like salmon or mackerel, are excellent sources of calories that also support overall health. Fats help with the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, such as vitamin D, which are critical for muscle and bone health. 3. Small, frequent meals. If appetite is an issue, try eating smaller meals more frequently throughout the day. Snacking on nutrient-dense foods like trail mix, Greek yogurt, cheese, or nut butter can help boost your calorie intake without overwhelming you at mealtimes. 4. Drink caloric beverages. Smoothies or shakes made with protein powder, milk, fruit, and healthy fats, like peanut butter or avocado, are an excellent way to increase calorie intake. These drinks are easy to consume and can be packed with both nutrients and calories. 5. Focus on whole foods. Whole foods like sweet potatoes, quinoa, lentils, and beans offer a good source of carbohydrates, fiber, and calories. These foods can provide slow-burning energy and help maintain muscle mass while also supporting overall health. 6. Avoid empty calories. While it might be tempting to consume sugary or overly processed foods to meet caloric needs, these often lack the nutrients required to support muscle health. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods rather than empty-calorie options. 7. Ensure hydration. Dehydration can also lead to a decrease in appetite. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids throughout the day, especially water, herbal teas, or low-calorie beverages that won't take up too much room in your stomach, but will still help keep you hydrated. ##### practical tips for eating more calories. Add healthy fats to meals. For example, drizzle olive oil over vegetables or add a handful of nuts to your salad. Snack on protein-rich foods. Cheese, yogurt, or a handful of mixed nuts make great high-calorie, high-protein snacks. Incorporate whole grains. Whole wheat bread, oats, or brown rice are excellent sources of complex carbohydrates that provide lasting energy. Blend smoothies. Use protein powder, whole milk, yogurt, and fruit for a calorie-packed snack. Conclusion. Eating too few calories is a common mistake that can severely impact muscle health in older adults. By not consuming enough food, the body is unable to support muscle growth and repair, which accelerates muscle loss and weakens overall health. To protect your muscles, it's important to focus on consuming adequate calories from a variety of nutrient-dense sources. With the right approach to eating, you can maintain the energy necessary for muscle health, ensuring that you remain strong and independent well into your later years. In the next part of our podcast, we'll discuss the dangers of inadequate fat intake and how healthy fats play a vital role in muscle preservation. Stay tuned. 3. A diet low in healthy fats. As we age, maintaining muscle mass and strength requires more than just protein. It also involves healthy fats. Unfortunately, many seniors make the mistake of following a low-fat diet, thinking it's better for overall health, heart disease prevention, or weight management. However, cutting out healthy fats can actually compromise muscle health and hinder the ability to preserve muscle mass over time. Let's explore why fats are so important for older adults and how not consuming enough of them can negatively impact muscle health. Why healthy fats are crucial for muscle maintenance. Healthy fats, such as those found in avocados, olive oil, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish, provide a variety of benefits that go beyond just supporting heart health. They play a vital role in muscle function, inflammation regulation, and even hormone production. Without sufficient healthy fats in the diet, several processes that are crucial for maintaining muscle mass and strength can be disrupted. Hormone production. Fat is essential for the production of various hormones, including testosterone and growth hormone, both of which are important for maintaining muscle tissue and promoting muscle growth and repair. As we age, our levels of these hormones naturally decline, which can lead to muscle loss. However, consuming enough healthy fats helps maintain the hormonal balance needed to prevent excessive muscle breakdown. Anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation can accelerate muscle breakdown, a common problem as we age. Healthy fats, particularly omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts, have powerful anti-inflammatory effects. They help reduce systemic inflammation, which can impair muscle regeneration and lead to muscle wasting over time. By including these fats in the diet, you can help protect your muscles from the damaging effects of inflammation. Nutrient absorption. Many vitamins that are essential for muscle and bone health, such as vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin A, are fat-soluble. This means that your body needs fats to absorb and use these important nutrients. For example, vitamin D plays a crucial role in bone health and muscle function, and a deficiency in vitamin D can lead to muscle weakness and an increased risk of falls. By consuming healthy fats, you support better nutrient absorption and ensure that your muscles receive the vitamins they need for optimal function. Energy supply for muscles. Fat provides a slow-burning source of energy, which is vital for sustaining muscle activity and recovery, especially in seniors who may have lower levels of physical activity. Healthy fats offer a long-lasting energy supply, allowing the body to maintain endurance and perform muscle-maintaining exercises like walking or light resistance training. The risks of a low-fat diet. When seniors follow a low-fat diet, they risk compromising several aspects of muscle and overall health. The absence of healthy fats in the diet can reduce hormone levels necessary for muscle repair and growth, increase inflammation, leading to quicker muscle breakdown and slower recovery times, limit the body's ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins, which are essential for bone health and muscle function, lead to energy shortages, leaving muscles without the necessary fuel to perform physical activities and recover. Additionally, a low-fat diet can increase the likelihood of muscle fatigue and weakness, since muscles are not receiving the essential nutrients needed to maintain strength and function. Why seniors often avoid healthy fats. Many seniors avoid fats due to the common misconception that all fats are harmful, especially in the context of cardiovascular health. With concerns about cholesterol and heart disease, many opt for low-fat or fat-free versions of foods, thinking they are making healthier choices. However, it's important to differentiate between unhealthy fats, trans fats and saturated fats, and healthy fats, monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. Another reason for avoiding fats is the fear of weight gain. Some seniors may be trying to maintain or lose weight, and they mistakenly believe that cutting out fat is the key. However, healthy fats are a crucial part of a balanced diet, and eliminating them can actually hinder the ability to maintain a healthy weight and, more importantly, muscle mass. How to include healthy fats in your diet. Fortunately, there are many delicious and easy ways to include healthy fats in your diet to support muscle health. Eat fatty fish. Incorporate fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and tuna into your meals. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which have both anti-inflammatory and muscle-preserving properties. Aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week. Add avocados. Avocados are an excellent source of healthy fats, and they also provide fiber and vitamins that support overall health. Add slices of avocado to salads, sandwiches, or enjoy as a spread on toast. Use olive oil. Olive oil is packed with monounsaturated fats, which help reduce inflammation and improve nutrient absorption. Use it as a base for dressings, for sautéing vegetables, or drizzling over cooked dishes. Incorporate nuts and seeds. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds are high in healthy fats and provide protein and fiber. Snack on a handful of nuts, or sprinkle seeds on your yogurt, smoothies, or salads. Include nut butters. Nut butters like peanut butter or almond butter are rich in healthy fats and protein. Spread them on whole grain toast, add them to smoothies, or simply enjoy with fruit. Full-fat dairy. Choose full-fat dairy options like cheese, whole milk, or Greek yogurt. These products provide both healthy fats and protein, supporting muscle maintenance while providing essential nutrients. Cook with coconut oil. Coconut oil is another source of healthy fat, particularly for cooking at higher temperatures. It contains medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which can provide quick energy and support overall metabolism. Practical tips for adding healthy fats to meals. Sprinkle chia seeds on your cereal or yogurt for an extra dose of omega-3s. Use olive oil to cook vegetables or drizzle on salads to enhance flavor and increase fat intake. Snack on a handful of nuts between meals to keep your calorie and fat intake up. Blend avocado into your smoothies for a creamy texture and healthy fat boost. Switch to full-fat dairy options when possible, especially for your morning coffee or cereal. Conclusion. Incorporating healthy fats into your diet is essential for preserving muscle mass as you age. Healthy fats support hormone production, reduce inflammation, and provide energy to sustain muscle function and recovery. Avoiding fats can impair muscle health, leading to faster muscle breakdown and increased weakness. By focusing on healthy fat sources like fatty fish, avocados, olive oil, and nuts, seniors can protect their muscles and ensure they maintain strength, mobility, and overall health well into their later years. In the next section of our podcast, we'll discuss the importance of staying active to maintain muscle mass and the risks of sedentary behavior. Stay tuned. 4. Vitamin D deficiency. As we age, muscle health becomes increasingly challenging to maintain, and a key nutrient often overlooked in the fight against muscle loss is vitamin D. Unfortunately, many older adults suffer from vitamin D deficiency, which can have significant impacts on their muscle function and overall mobility. In this section, we will explore why vitamin D is so important for muscle health, the consequences of deficiency, and how to make sure you're getting enough of it to preserve muscle mass and strength as you age. Why vitamin D is vital for muscle health. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in maintaining strong muscles and healthy bones. Unlike most vitamins, vitamin D can be synthesized by your body when your skin is exposed to sunlight. However, as we get older, our skin's ability to produce vitamin D diminishes, and many seniors spend less time outdoors, further limiting their exposure to the sun. Here are some of the key ways in which vitamin D is essential for muscle function. Calcium absorption and muscle contraction. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium, which is vital for muscle contraction and bone strength. Without sufficient vitamin D, calcium cannot be effectively absorbed, which can lead to muscle weakness, cramps, and even osteoporosis. The muscle contraction process, crucial for strength and movement, can be significantly impaired by vitamin D deficiency. Muscle regeneration and repair. Vitamin D plays a role in muscle regeneration and repair by influencing muscle cell growth. Adequate levels of vitamin D allow the muscles to recover more efficiently from physical exertion. Without enough vitamin D, the muscle repair process slows down, and it becomes more difficult to maintain muscle mass. Reduced risk of falls. One of the most concerning effects of vitamin D deficiency in older adults is an increased risk of falls and fractures. Vitamin D helps to maintain balance and coordination, reducing the likelihood of falls that could result in severe injuries. Muscle weakness caused by a lack of vitamin D makes seniors more prone to losing their balance and falling, which is a major concern for elderly health and independence. Reduction in inflammation. Vitamin D also has anti-inflammatory properties, which can help combat muscle inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a significant factor in muscle wasting, sarcopenia, a condition that accelerates with age. By lowering inflammation, vitamin D helps to preserve muscle mass and function. Consequences of vitamin D deficiency. Without adequate vitamin D, the body becomes less efficient at maintaining muscle mass and strength. Over time, this can lead to increased muscle weakness. Deficiency in vitamin D leads to poor muscle function, making it harder to maintain muscle mass and strength. Slower muscle recovery. The repair of damaged muscle tissue is slower, leaving muscles vulnerable to breakdown. Higher risk of falls and fractures. Weak muscles and poor balance increase the likelihood of falling, which can have devastating consequences for older adults. Higher inflammation. Chronic muscle inflammation can accelerate the breakdown of muscle fibers, worsening muscle loss and impairing recovery. In fact, sarcopenia, the loss of muscle mass and strength associated with aging, can be aggravated by a lack of vitamin D. Studies have shown that seniors with low vitamin D levels tend to experience more rapid muscle loss compared to those who maintain adequate vitamin D levels. How to ensure adequate vitamin D intake. Since it can be challenging for seniors to get enough vitamin D from sunlight alone, it's important to incorporate foods that are rich in vitamin D into their diet. Here are some practical ways to ensure you're getting enough of this essential nutrient. Get sun exposure. Aim for at least 10 to 30 minutes of sun exposure on your face, arms, or legs a few times a week, depending on your skin tone, geographic location, and the time of year. While the sun is the most natural source of vitamin D, it may not always be enough, especially for those who live in areas with long winters or limited sunlight. Vitamin D-rich foods. Incorporate foods that are high in vitamin D into your diet. Some of the best food sources of vitamin D include fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna. Egg yolks, which provide small but significant amounts of vitamin D. Fortified foods such as fortified milk, fortified orange juice, and fortified cereals. Cheese, especially varieties like Swiss or cheddar, which contain vitamin D. Vitamin D supplements. If it's difficult to get enough vitamin D through food and sunlight, vitamin D supplements can be a useful option. It's important to consult with a healthcare provider before starting a supplement, as the correct dosage will depend on factors like age, current vitamin D levels, and overall health. A typical recommendation is around 600 to 800 IU per day for older adults, but individual needs may vary. Consider cod liver oil. While not always the most popular option, cod liver oil is an excellent source of vitamin D, offering around 450 IU of vitamin D per teaspoon. It also provides omega-3 fatty acids, which are beneficial for both heart health and muscle function. Monitor vitamin D levels. For older adults, it's important to regularly check vitamin D levels through blood tests. If deficiencies are detected, your healthcare provider can recommend the appropriate course of action, whether through dietary adjustments or supplementation. Signs you might be vitamin D deficient. If you're concerned about your vitamin D intake, it's important to be aware of the common signs of deficiency, which include frequent muscle weakness or aches, particularly in the legs and lower back, bone pain or discomfort, which could indicate weakened bones, fatigue or overall low energy levels, even with adequate sleep, increased frequency of falls or difficulty maintaining balance, depression or low mood, as vitamin D deficiency has been linked to mood disorders. Conclusion: vitamin D is an essential nutrient for maintaining muscle health and strength as we age. Deficiency in vitamin D can lead to increased muscle weakness, slower recovery, higher inflammation, and a greater risk of falls, all of which contribute to muscle loss. Ensuring adequate vitamin D intake through sunlight exposure, diet, and supplements is crucial for preserving muscle mass and preventing sarcopenia. In the next section of our podcast, we'll discuss the importance of adequate hydration for muscle function and how not drinking enough water can affect your muscle health. Stay tuned. 5. Eating too many processed foods. As we age, it becomes increasingly important to be mindful of the types of food we consume. One common dietary mistake many older adults make is eating too many processed foods. While these foods may seem convenient and easy to prepare, they can have serious consequences for muscle health and overall wellness. In this section, we will explore why processed foods are harmful, particularly for seniors, and how they can contribute to muscle loss and other health issues. What are processed foods? Processed foods are foods that have been altered in some way from their original form, typically through the use of preservatives, artificial ingredients, or extensive packaging. Examples of processed foods include canned foods, especially those with added sugars or high sodium content, frozen meals, sugary snacks and pastries, soda and sugary drinks, packaged deli meats and sausages, instant noodles and boxed meals. While not all processed foods are inherently bad, many are high in unhealthy fats, sodium, sugars, and artificial additives, which can harm muscle health and overall well-being. How processed foods impact muscle health. High in unhealthy fats. Many processed foods are loaded with trans fats and saturated fats, which are bad for overall health and can increase inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a key factor in muscle breakdown and can contribute to the development of sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass that occurs with aging. Inflammation from poor dietary choices can damage muscle cells, slow down muscle regeneration, and ultimately accelerate muscle loss. Excessive sodium. Processed foods are notorious for being high in sodium. While sodium is essential for the body in small amounts, an excessive intake can lead to fluid retention, high blood pressure, and increased strain on the cardiovascular system. Over time, high sodium intake can reduce blood flow to the muscles, impairing their ability to receive the necessary nutrients and oxygen for proper function. This can hinder muscle recovery and make it harder to maintain strength as we age. Lack of essential nutrients. Processed foods often lack key nutrients that are crucial for muscle health, such as protein, vitamins, and minerals. They are typically low in quality protein sources, which are essential for muscle repair and maintenance. Protein-rich foods such as lean meats, fish, eggs, and legumes should be prioritized to support muscle growth. Processed foods, on the other hand, provide empty calories, meaning they are high in energy but low in nutritional value, leading to potential nutrient deficiencies that can negatively affect muscle mass. Increased sugar intake. Many processed foods, especially snacks and beverages, are packed with added sugars. A high sugar intake can cause insulin spikes, which may disrupt the body's natural processes of muscle maintenance and repair. Additionally, high sugar consumption contributes to weight gain, fat accumulation, and insulin resistance, all of which are linked to poorer muscle health. Chronic elevated insulin levels can also impair the body's ability to break down and utilize protein, which is essential for muscle function. Decreased physical activity. Because processed foods are often energy-dense but nutrient-poor, they can lead to feelings of fatigue or low energy. When you consume foods that are high in sugar or unhealthy fats, you may experience energy crashes throughout the day, making it difficult to stay active. Physical activity is vital for maintaining muscle mass and preventing sarcopenia. A sedentary lifestyle, which can be exacerbated by poor dietary choices, accelerates muscle loss and leads to a decline in overall strength and mobility. Negative impact on gut health. Processed foods are typically low in fiber and contain artificial additives that can disrupt the balance of gut bacteria. A healthy gut microbiome is important for nutrient absorption and immune function, both of which are crucial for muscle health. Poor gut health can lead to chronic inflammation and nutrient deficiencies, both of which contribute to muscle loss and reduced strength. Consequences of eating too many processed foods. The consequences of a diet high in processed foods are particularly concerning for seniors, as they can accelerate muscle loss. Chronic inflammation and nutrient deficiencies caused by processed foods can increase the rate of muscle breakdown and hinder recovery, leading to faster muscle loss. Weaken bones and joints. High sodium and sugar intake can impair bone health, increasing the risk of fractures and joint pain, both of which make it harder to stay active and maintain muscle mass. Reduce mobility. The combination of weight gain, low energy, and reduced physical activity resulting from processed food consumption can decrease mobility and flexibility. Increase risk of chronic conditions. Diets high in processed foods are linked to increased risk of conditions such as diabetes, heart disease, and obesity, all of which can negatively affect muscle health and overall well-being. How to reduce processed food intake for better muscle health. The good news is that by making a few simple dietary changes, you can reduce your intake of processed foods and make healthier choices that support muscle maintenance and overall health. Here are some practical tips. Prioritize whole, unprocessed foods. Focus on incorporating whole foods into your diet, such as fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These foods provide a wealth of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support muscle repair and overall health. Aim for a variety of colorful vegetables and fruits to ensure you're getting a broad spectrum of nutrients. Cook at home. Preparing meals at home allows you to control what goes into your food. By cooking from scratch, you can avoid excessive sodium, added sugars, and unhealthy fats found in many processed foods. Simple dishes like grilled chicken, roasted vegetables, and quinoa can provide a nutrient-dense meal that supports muscle health. Limit processed snacks. Processed snacks like chips, cookies, and sugary beverages may be tempting, but they provide little nutritional value and contribute to muscle breakdown. Instead, opt for healthier snacks such as nuts, seeds, Greek yogurt, and fruit. These alternatives provide essential nutrients like protein, fiber, and healthy fats, which are crucial for muscle maintenance. Read labels carefully. When purchasing packaged foods, make sure to read the labels to check for added sugars, excess sodium, and artificial ingredients. Look for options that have minimal processing and contain whole food ingredients. Choose products that are lower in unhealthy fats and higher in beneficial nutrients like fiber, protein, and vitamins. Hydrate with water. Stay hydrated with water, herbal teas, or unsweetened beverages. Avoid sugary sodas and energy drinks, which can increase your sugar intake and negatively affect your muscle health. Proper hydration is important for muscle function, as it helps to transport nutrients and flush out toxins from the body. Conclusion: while processed foods may be convenient, they can have a detrimental impact on muscle health, especially as we age. Consuming too many processed foods high in unhealthy fats, sodium, and sugars can increase inflammation, reduce nutrient absorption, and contribute to muscle loss. By prioritizing whole, unprocessed foods and reducing your intake of processed snacks and meals, you can improve muscle health, preserve strength, and maintain mobility well into your senior years. In the next section, we'll discuss the importance of maintaining a balanced diet with the right nutrients to further support your muscle health. Stay tuned. 6. Not drinking enough water. As we age, staying properly hydrated is often overlooked, yet it is one of the most important factors for maintaining muscle health and overall well-being. Water is essential for nearly every function in the body, from digestion to nutrient absorption, and even muscle contraction. Unfortunately, many seniors fail to drink enough water throughout the day, which can have serious consequences for muscle strength, mobility, and general health. In this section, we will explore why hydration is critical for muscle health, the potential risks of dehydration, and tips for staying properly hydrated. Why water is crucial for muscle health. Helps transport nutrients to muscles. Water plays a key role in transporting essential nutrients such as proteins, amino acids, minerals, and vitamins to muscle cells. These nutrients are necessary for muscle repair, growth, and overall function. Without adequate hydration, nutrient delivery to muscles can become inefficient, leading to poor recovery and muscle weakness. Proper hydration ensures that your muscles have the resources they need to perform at their best. Supports muscle function and contraction. Our muscles rely on electrolytes, such as sodium, potassium, and calcium, to function properly. Water helps maintain the balance of these electrolytes, which are essential for muscle contraction and movement. Dehydration can impair the body's ability to regulate electrolyte levels, making it harder for muscles to contract efficiently. This can lead to muscle cramps, fatigue, and weakness, all of which can impact your ability to engage in physical activity and maintain muscle mass. Aids in joint health. Hydration also supports the lubrication of joints, which is crucial for maintaining mobility. As we age, the natural lubrication in our joints decreases, which can lead to pain and stiffness. By drinking enough water, you can help keep your joints well lubricated and reduce the risk of arthritis and other joint issues that could limit your ability to move freely and engage in exercises that promote muscle maintenance. Enhances muscle recovery. When we engage in physical activity, whether it's walking, lifting weights, or even stretching, our muscles undergo stress and minor damage. Hydration is essential for muscle recovery, as it helps remove metabolic waste products like lactic acid from muscle tissue. If we don't drink enough water, these waste products can accumulate, leading to soreness and prolonged muscle fatigue. By staying hydrated, you can help your muscles recover more efficiently after exercise, promoting muscle growth and repair. Prevents dehydration-related muscle fatigue. Dehydration can cause muscle fatigue and weakness, which are often mistaken for age-related muscle loss. When you're not hydrated properly, your body struggles to produce the energy necessary for physical activity. This can lead to tired, sluggish muscles that are more prone to injuries and strain. Staying hydrated ensures your muscles have the energy they need to function optimally, helping to prevent unnecessary fatigue and maintain strength. The risks of dehydration for seniors. Dehydration can be especially dangerous for seniors, as the body's sense of thirst diminishes with age. As a result, older adults may not feel thirsty even when they are dehydrated, which makes it easier to overlook hydration needs. Here are some of the risks associated with dehydration for older adults. Increased risk of muscle cramps. Dehydration is one of the leading causes of muscle cramps. Without enough water, the balance of electrolytes in the body becomes disrupted, which can cause muscles to cramp or spasm. This can be painful and may discourage physical activity, further exacerbating muscle loss. Decreased strength and endurance. Dehydration can lead to lower energy levels, reduced endurance, and decreased muscle strength. When you're dehydrated, your muscles can't function at their full capacity, making it harder to perform daily tasks or engage in exercises that are necessary to maintain muscle mass. Impaired cognitive function. Not drinking enough water doesn't just affect your muscles. It can also impair mental clarity and focus. Dehydration can lead to confusion, dizziness, and difficulty concentrating, all of which can interfere with the ability to follow through with exercise routines or healthy eating habits. Increased risk of chronic health conditions. Chronic dehydration can contribute to the development of health issues such as kidney stones, urinary tract infections, UTIs, and constipation, which can further limit physical activity and overall mobility. These conditions may require medical attention and can interfere with maintaining muscle mass and strength. Higher risk of falls. Dehydration can affect your balance and coordination, increasing the likelihood of falls, which are particularly dangerous for seniors. Falls can result in injuries, fractures, and long-term immobility, all of which significantly impact muscle health and strength. How to stay hydrated for better muscle health. Staying hydrated is relatively simple, but it requires consistent effort. Here are some tips to help you drink enough water and stay hydrated. Drink water throughout the day. Instead of waiting until you're thirsty, try to drink water regularly throughout the day. Aim for at least 8 glasses, about 2 liters of water per day, though some seniors may require more depending on individual factors like activity level, climate, and health conditions. Carrying a water bottle with you can make it easier to remember to hydrate. Eat hydrating foods. In addition to drinking water, incorporate water-rich foods into your diet. Foods like fruits, watermelon, oranges, strawberries, vegetables, cucumbers, celery, lettuce, and soups can help keep you hydrated while providing additional nutrients for muscle health. Monitor urine color. A simple way to check if you're drinking enough water is to monitor the color of your urine. If your urine is light yellow or clear, you're likely staying well hydrated. If it's darker, you may need to drink more water. Avoid excessive caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine and alcohol are diuretics, meaning they can cause your body to lose more water. If you consume these beverages, make sure to compensate by drinking extra water. Limit caffeine and alcohol intake to help maintain hydration levels. Hydrate before, during, and after exercise. If you're engaging in physical activity, be sure to drink water before, during, and after your workout. Dehydration during exercise can impair muscle performance and recovery. Consider sipping water regularly during exercise to replace fluids lost through sweat. Consider electrolyte drinks for intense activity. If you're engaging in prolonged or intense physical activity, consider drinking a low-sugar electrolyte drink to replenish both fluids and essential minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. This can help support muscle function and prevent dehydration-related cramps. Conclusion. Hydration is often an overlooked but essential component of maintaining muscle health as we age. Water is vital for nutrient transport, muscle function, joint health, and overall strength. Dehydration can lead to muscle cramps, fatigue, and a decline in strength, all of which make it harder to maintain an active lifestyle and preserve muscle mass. By staying hydrated and making a conscious effort to drink water throughout the day, seniors can support their muscles, improve recovery, and maintain mobility. In the next section, we will discuss the importance of balancing your diet with the right nutrients for muscle health. Stay tuned. 7. Lack of fiber. Fiber is often associated with digestive health, but its role in muscle preservation and overall wellness, particularly as we age, is equally important. A fiber-rich diet not only keeps the digestive system functioning smoothly but also plays a vital role in maintaining muscle health and preventing muscle loss in older adults. In this section, we will explore the importance of fiber for muscle health, how it contributes to overall well-being, and the potential consequences of not getting enough fiber in your diet. Why fiber is crucial for muscle health. Supports digestive health. Fiber is essential for maintaining a healthy digestive system. It helps regulate bowel movements, prevent constipation, and promote the growth of healthy gut bacteria. A healthy gut is necessary for the proper absorption of nutrients, including proteins, vitamins, and minerals essential for muscle repair and growth. If you're not consuming enough fiber, Your digestive system may become sluggish, impairing nutrient absorption and potentially leading to muscle weakness or loss. Promotes a healthy weight. Maintaining a healthy weight is important for muscle preservation. Fiber-rich foods are often low in calories and can help you feel fuller for longer, preventing overeating and helping to maintain a healthy body weight. Excess weight, especially fat, can contribute to inflammation, which can accelerate muscle loss. By keeping your weight in check, fiber helps prevent the conditions that promote muscle breakdown. Regulates blood sugar levels. Fiber, particularly soluble fiber, can help regulate blood sugar levels by slowing down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. Stable blood sugar levels are crucial for muscle health because insulin, a hormone that helps muscles absorb nutrients, works most efficiently when blood sugar is steady. High blood sugar levels can lead to insulin resistance, which impairs nutrient absorption and muscle repair. By eating fiber-rich foods, you can help prevent blood sugar spikes that can negatively impact muscle maintenance. Supports heart health. Fiber is well known for its ability to support heart health by lowering cholesterol levels and improving blood circulation. Good cardiovascular health is crucial for muscle maintenance because muscles rely on a healthy circulatory system to receive the oxygen and nutrients needed for optimal performance and recovery. Cholesterol and poor circulation can lead to muscle fatigue and weakness. Fiber helps improve heart health, which in turn benefits muscle function and strength. Reduces inflammation. Chronic inflammation is one of the main culprits behind muscle loss in older adults. Inflammation can accelerate muscle breakdown and impair muscle recovery. Certain types of fiber, such as prebiotic fibers, can help reduce inflammation by promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria in the gut. These bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids that have anti-inflammatory effects. By reducing inflammation, fiber helps maintain muscle mass and function over time. Boosts gut health and immune system. A healthy gut microbiome is essential for overall health, including muscle health. Fiber, particularly prebiotic fiber, nourishes the beneficial bacteria in the gut, which in turn supports a strong immune system. An immune system that is functioning properly helps to repair muscle tissue and combat infections or illnesses that could hinder muscle maintenance. A well-balanced gut microbiome also contributes to better nutrient absorption, ensuring that muscles get the nutrients they need to stay strong and healthy. The risks of not getting enough fiber. Unfortunately, many seniors do not consume enough fiber in their diets, which can lead to a variety of health issues that directly affect muscle strength and function. Here are some of the risks associated with insufficient fiber intake. Constipation and digestive issues. A lack of fiber can lead to constipation, bloating, and other digestive issues. These problems can make it difficult for the body to absorb nutrients properly, which can affect muscle recovery and growth. Poor digestion can also lead to discomfort, which may discourage physical activity and further contribute to muscle loss. Weight gain. Insufficient fiber intake can contribute to overeating and weight gain, which can increase the risk of inflammation and muscle breakdown. Excess fat can also put strain on the joints and muscles, making it harder to maintain mobility and muscle strength. Blood sugar imbalance. Without enough fiber, blood sugar levels can spike and crash, leading to energy fluctuations and muscle fatigue. Insulin resistance, a condition that impairs the body's ability to use glucose for energy, is more likely to develop in the absence of fiber, making it harder for muscles to recover and grow after physical activity. Increased inflammation. Without sufficient fiber, the gut microbiome may become imbalanced, leading to an increase in systemic inflammation. Chronic inflammation contributes to muscle breakdown and hampers muscle repair and growth. Inflammation also affects joints and bones, making movement more difficult and increasing the risk of injury. Weakened immune system. A lack of fiber can weaken the immune system, leaving the body more susceptible to infections and illnesses that can impair muscle function and recovery. A compromised immune system may also hinder the body's ability to repair muscle tissue after exercise or injury. How to ensure adequate fiber intake. Getting enough fiber in your diet is simple, but it requires incorporating the right foods into your meals. Here are some tips to help you increase your fiber intake. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are some of the best sources of fiber. Aim to fill half your plate with colorful, fiber-rich produce such as berries, apples, carrots, broccoli, and spinach. These foods not only provide fiber, but also contain essential vitamins and minerals that support muscle health. Choose whole grains. Instead of refined grains, opt for whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, oats, and whole wheat bread. Whole grains are packed with fiber and have a low glycemic index, meaning they help regulate blood sugar levels and provide sustained energy for muscle function. Incorporate legumes and beans. Legumes, including lentils, chickpeas, and black beans, are excellent sources of both protein and fiber. These plant-based foods are great additions to a muscle-healthy diet, providing the necessary building blocks for muscle repair and growth while also helping to keep your digestive system functioning smoothly. Snack on nuts and seeds. Nuts like almonds, walnuts, and seeds like chia, flax, and sunflower seeds are high in fiber and healthy fats. They can be a great addition to your diet for a healthy snack that also supports muscle health. Be mindful of portion sizes, as they can be calorie-dense. Drink fiber-rich smoothies. Make smoothies with fruits, vegetables, seeds, and nut butters to increase your fiber intake in a delicious and easy-to-consume way. Adding ingredients like spinach, flax seeds, and berries can give you a fiber boost, while also providing antioxidants and other nutrients for muscle health. Increase fiber gradually. If you're not used to eating a high-fiber diet, it's important to increase your fiber intake gradually to allow your digestive system to adjust. Start by adding more fiber-rich foods to 1 or 2 meals per day and gradually increase as your body adapts. Conclusion. Fiber is often overlooked as a key component of muscle health, but it plays a critical role in digestion, nutrient absorption, and inflammation reduction, factors that directly impact muscle preservation and recovery. Seniors should prioritize fiber-rich foods to support their overall health and maintain muscle strength. By incorporating more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and nuts into their diet, seniors can improve their muscle health, manage their weight, and reduce the risk of chronic conditions that can lead to muscle loss. In the next section, we will discuss the importance of avoiding excessive sugar and its negative impact on muscle health. Stay tuned. 8. Consuming too much sugar. While the occasional sweet treat is part of many people's diet, excessive sugar consumption can have serious consequences, particularly as we age. High sugar intake is linked to various health issues, including insulin resistance, inflammation, and muscle loss. In this section, we will explore how too much sugar negatively impacts muscle health and why it is crucial for older adults to be mindful of their sugar consumption. How sugar affects muscle health. Insulin resistance and muscle breakdown. One of the primary concerns with consuming too much sugar is that it leads to insulin resistance. Insulin is a hormone that helps your body use glucose for energy and plays a significant role in muscle repair and growth. When you consume a lot of sugar, it can cause your blood sugar levels to spike, prompting your body to release large amounts of insulin. Over time, insulin resistance can develop, meaning your body becomes less responsive to insulin. This impairs nutrient absorption, especially for proteins and amino acids needed for muscle recovery and repair, leading to muscle breakdown. Increased inflammation. Inflammation is one of the biggest threats to muscle health, particularly in older adults. Excessive sugar intake contributes to chronic inflammation, which accelerates muscle loss and impairs muscle recovery. When sugar is consumed in large quantities, it triggers the production of molecules called advanced glycation end products, AGEs, which cause inflammation and tissue damage. This inflammation can disrupt muscle tissue, hinder muscle growth, and increase the risk of muscle injury. Weight gain and muscle weakness. High sugar consumption is directly linked to weight gain, particularly around the abdominal area. This excess weight puts additional stress on the muscles and joints, leading to muscle fatigue and weakness. Additionally, carrying excess body fat can contribute to systemic inflammation, further exacerbating muscle loss. For older adults, gaining weight at the expense of muscle mass, also known as sarcopenic obesity, is a significant concern, as it leads to decreased strength and mobility. Disruption of hormonal balance. Sugar affects hormone levels in the body, including hormones that are crucial for muscle maintenance. Cortisol, the stress hormone, tends to increase when blood sugar levels spike, and prolonged elevated cortisol can contribute to muscle catabolism, breakdown. In contrast, growth hormones that help build and repair muscle tissue may be suppressed due to high sugar intake. Maintaining hormonal balance is key for preserving muscle mass, and consuming too much sugar disrupts this balance. Reduced energy for physical activity. While sugar may give a quick burst of energy, it leads to a rapid drop in blood sugar levels after the initial spike, resulting in feelings of fatigue and sluggishness. For older adults, this can interfere with the motivation and energy needed to engage in physical activity. Regular exercise, especially strength training, is essential for preserving muscle mass and strength. Without the sustained energy levels that a balanced diet provides, seniors may be less likely to stay active, leading to muscle deterioration over time. Impaired protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is the process by which the body repairs and builds muscle tissue. To maintain and grow muscle mass, the body requires an optimal supply of protein and amino acids. However, consuming excess sugar can interfere with protein synthesis by causing insulin resistance and increasing inflammation, both of which impair the body's ability to use protein effectively for muscle repair. Inadequate protein synthesis can lead to muscle weakness, especially as you age. The risks of excessive sugar consumption. The risks of consuming too much sugar extend far beyond muscle health. Here are some additional concerns that arise from a high sugar diet. Increased risk of chronic diseases. Type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and obesity are all closely linked to excessive sugar consumption. These conditions not only affect overall health but also contribute to muscle loss and weakness. For example, diabetes affects the body's ability to properly absorb nutrients, including those necessary for muscle repair, while heart disease and obesity can impede circulation and reduce oxygen and nutrient delivery to muscles. Reduced immune function. A diet high in sugar can impair the immune system, making it harder for the body to repair muscle tissue and fight infections that could hinder muscle function. A weakened immune system also increases the risk of illnesses that can further complicate muscle loss and recovery. Bone health decline. Excessive sugar intake has been shown to negatively impact bone health by reducing calcium absorption and promoting the excretion of calcium in the urine. Healthy bones are crucial for maintaining muscle strength and function. Without strong bones, muscles are unable to perform their functions effectively, and physical activity becomes more difficult. How to reduce sugar intake for better muscle health. Fortunately, reducing sugar intake is relatively simple, and the benefits to muscle health are significant. Here are some practical tips for cutting back on sugar. Limit sugary beverages. Sugary drinks like soda, sweetened teas, and energy drinks are a major source of empty calories and sugar. These beverages provide little to no nutritional value and can cause blood sugar spikes that lead to muscle breakdown. Opt for water, unsweetened herbal teas, or infused water with fresh fruit for flavor without the added sugar. Read food labels. Many processed and packaged foods contain hidden sugars, often labeled as syrups, honey, or other sweeteners. Read food labels carefully to ensure you're not unknowingly consuming high amounts of sugar. Look for products that are labeled sugar-free or no added sugars, and choose whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible. Choose natural sweeteners. When you need a sweetener, opt for natural alternatives like stevia, monk fruit, or small amounts of honey or maple syrup. These options provide a much lower glycemic impact on your blood sugar levels and are healthier alternatives to refined sugar. Incorporate more whole foods. Focus on eating whole, nutrient-dense foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These foods naturally contain little to no sugar and provide the essential nutrients needed for muscle maintenance and overall health. Snack wisely. Instead of reaching for sugary snacks like candy, cookies, or pastries, choose snacks that are rich in fiber and protein, such as nuts, seeds, Greek yogurt, or vegetable sticks with hummus. These snacks help stabilize blood sugar levels and provide the nutrients necessary for muscle recovery. Limit processed and packaged foods. Processed foods often contain added sugars, artificial sweeteners, and other unhealthy ingredients. By reducing processed food intake, you can lower your sugar consumption while ensuring that you get more nutrient-dense, whole foods that support muscle health. Stay active. Exercise can help regulate blood sugar levels and reduce insulin resistance. Incorporate regular physical activity, such as strength training, walking, or light aerobic exercise, to improve insulin sensitivity and maintain muscle mass. Conclusion: excessive sugar intake can have a profound negative impact on muscle health, especially as we age. By contributing to insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and weight gain, sugar accelerates muscle breakdown and inhibits muscle recovery and growth. To protect your muscles and overall health, it's crucial to limit sugar consumption, focus on nutrient-dense whole foods, and maintain an active lifestyle. In the next section, we will discuss the importance of getting enough sleep and how it plays a crucial role in muscle preservation. Stay tuned for more tips on how to maintain and protect your muscle health as you age. 9. Deficiency in key minerals. As we age, maintaining muscle strength and function becomes increasingly dependent not just on macronutrients like protein and healthy fats, but also on essential minerals. These micronutrients play a critical role in muscle contraction, nerve signaling, bone support, and cellular repair, all of which are vital for preserving lean muscle mass. Unfortunately, many older adults unknowingly suffer from deficiencies in key minerals that directly impact muscle health. Let's explore how a lack of important minerals can undermine your muscle function and overall vitality. Why minerals matter for muscle health. Muscles are not just made of protein, they are fueled, activated, and maintained by electrolytes and minerals. Deficiencies in just one or two minerals can significantly impact muscle strength, coordination, and even recovery after physical activity. Here are the most critical minerals involved in muscle health and what happens when your body doesn't get enough of them. 1. Magnesium, the muscle relaxer. Magnesium is essential for muscle relaxation and energy production. It helps regulate muscle contractions by balancing calcium within muscle cells. Without enough magnesium, muscles may cramp, twitch, or feel chronically fatigued. Signs of magnesium deficiency include muscle cramps, tremors, weakness, and insomnia. Many older adults don't consume enough magnesium due to low intake of leafy greens, seeds, and whole grains, and certain medications like diuretics may deplete magnesium levels further. Sources: pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, dark chocolate. 2. Potassium, the electrical conductor. Potassium plays a major role in nerve function and muscle contraction. Low potassium levels can lead to muscle weakness, irregular heart rhythms, and fatigue. Older adults are particularly at risk due to reduced kidney function and diets high in sodium, which can throw off the potassium-sodium balance. A deficiency in potassium, hypokalemia, can result in muscle cramps, sluggish movements, and poor reflexes. Sources: bananas, avocados, sweet potatoes, oranges, and white beans. 3. Calcium, more than just for bones. We often associate calcium with bone health, but it's also essential for muscle contractions. Calcium ions are what enable muscle fibers to tighten and release during physical activity. Without enough calcium, the body may draw from bone reserves, weakening skeletal structure and impairing muscle coordination. Older adults, especially postmenopausal women, are prone to calcium loss due to hormonal changes. Sources: sardines, dairy products, fortified plant milks, tofu, and kale. 4. Zinc, for muscle repair and immunity. Zinc supports muscle tissue repair, immune function, and the production of enzymes involved in protein synthesis. A deficiency can hinder post-exercise recovery, increase inflammation, and even suppress appetite, making it harder to maintain a nutritious diet. Zinc levels decline with age, and many seniors do not consume enough through diet alone. Sources: lean beef, pumpkin seeds, lentils, and shellfish. 5. Iron, the oxygen transporter. Iron is vital for delivering oxygen to muscles via hemoglobin in red blood cells. Without enough iron, your muscles don't receive the oxygen needed for energy and endurance. The result? Fatigue, reduced stamina, and impaired muscle recovery. Iron deficiency, especially common in women and people with digestive issues, leads to anemia, which can sap your energy and muscle strength. Sources: red meat, spinach, chickpeas, fortified cereals, and liver. How mineral deficiency affects seniors. Mineral deficiencies often go unnoticed in older adults because their symptoms, like fatigue, cramping, or weakness, are mistakenly attributed to just getting old. But in reality, restoring proper mineral levels can result in rapid improvements in physical strength, balance, and well-being. Factors that contribute to mineral deficiency in seniors: poor appetite or restrictive diets, digestive issues that reduce absorption, medications e.g., blood pressure pills, antacids, diuretics, low intake of fruits, vegetables, and whole foods. Tips to boost mineral intake naturally. Diversify your plate. Eat a colorful variety of vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. These foods naturally provide a rich mineral profile. Cook with mineral-rich herbs. Use fresh parsley, basil, turmeric, and garlic in your meals. Many herbs contain trace minerals and anti-inflammatory compounds. Don't overcook your veggies. Boiling vegetables can leach minerals into the water. Steam or sauté instead to preserve nutrients. Hydrate with purpose. Include electrolyte-rich fluids like coconut water or add a pinch of sea salt and lemon to your drinking water for a natural electrolyte boost. Consult your doctor about supplements. If you suspect a deficiency or have absorption issues, talk to a healthcare professional about. 10. Not consuming enough dairy products. As we reach our senior years, we often become more cautious about our diet, sometimes to a fault. One common mistake is cutting back or eliminating dairy products due to concerns about fat content, cholesterol, or lactose intolerance. However, avoiding dairy altogether can inadvertently harm muscle health and bone integrity, both of which are deeply interconnected as we age. Dairy is more than just a source of calcium. It's a nutritional powerhouse packed with muscle-supporting components that are difficult to replace entirely from other food groups. Let's take a closer look at why not consuming enough dairy is a mistake older adults should avoid. Dairy, a complete package for muscle maintenance. Dairy products like yogurt, milk, and cheese offer high-quality, complete proteins, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids necessary for muscle repair and growth. This is especially important in older adults, whose bodies naturally become less efficient at processing protein. A single serving of Greek yogurt can deliver 15 to 20 grams of protein with a high leucine content, a key amino acid that stimulates muscle protein synthesis. Cottage cheese, another dairy favorite, contains both fast-absorbing whey and slow-digesting casein, making it ideal for both immediate muscle repair and overnight nourishment. When seniors don't get enough of these proteins, they miss out on crucial building blocks that help preserve lean muscle mass and prevent sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. Calcium and vitamin D, bone and muscle allies. It's no secret that calcium is vital for bone health, but it also plays a key role in muscle contraction and nerve signaling. Dairy is one of the most reliable sources of bioavailable calcium. Many dairy products are also fortified with vitamin D, which helps the body absorb calcium more effectively. Vitamin D deficiency is widespread among seniors, especially those who spend little time in sunlight. Without enough calcium and vitamin D, muscle strength diminishes, and bones become fragile, increasing the risk of falls, fractures, and a decline in independence. Key dairy sources: milk, including lactose-free versions, yogurt, especially Greek or Icelandic, cheese, opt for low-sodium varieties, and fortified plant-based alternatives for those with intolerance. But what about lactose intolerance? It's a fair concern. Many older adults develop some degree of lactose intolerance, leading them to avoid dairy altogether. However, this doesn't mean you have to eliminate it completely. Lactose-free milk and aged cheeses, like cheddar and Parmesan, have very low lactose levels. Yogurt with live cultures often digests more easily due to the presence of natural probiotics that help break down lactose. Alternatively, fortified plant-based milks, like soy or almond, can be selected, but they must be high in protein and enriched with calcium and vitamin D, otherwise, they don't offer the same muscle-supporting benefits. Other hidden benefits of dairy for seniors. Probiotics in yogurt can improve gut health, which in turn enhances nutrient absorption, crucial for aging bodies that may have reduced digestive efficiency. Creatine in dairy, especially in milk and cheese, supports energy production in muscles, helping with strength and recovery. Fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and K2 found in full-fat dairy help support hormone production, joint health, and overall muscle resilience. How much dairy do you need? While individual needs vary, 2 to 3 servings of dairy per day are typically recommended for older adults to support both muscle and bone health. 1 serving equals 1 cup of milk or fortified plant-based milk, 3/4 cup of yogurt, 1.5 ounces of cheese, half a cup of cottage cheese. Just remember, quality matters. Choose unsweetened, low sodium, and natural options to maximize benefits without excess additives. Conclusion: not getting enough dairy is a hidden threat to both muscle and bone health in older adults. With its unique combination of high-quality protein, essential minerals, and supportive nutrients, dairy can serve as a simple yet powerful ally in the fight against age-related muscle loss. If you've been avoiding dairy out of habit or concern, consider reintroducing it gradually, with mindful choices that match your digestive comfort and dietary goals. Your muscles, bones, and overall vitality will thank you.